Okay, guys, Rickykillaz here, Rickykillaz there.
This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek.
Okay, guys, so I figured out how to find the guy in jail, so I'm going to do that right now. So let's see. Let's give one more to him. I'll keep this letter. So I found out I have not found any grimoires thus far, so that's something I'm gonna keep in mind. Okay, that's the quest I need to do.
There we are.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all.
I don't know how to use potions still.
Vernworth. You know where to find me. Well met, sir.
I think I only have $12,000 right now, so that's pretty low for me. I'm just gonna do something.
Am I shedding? Must be my winter coat growing in.
Welcome.
I can't wait to see what the day holds. If I could, I'd never leave.
Interested in my wares? Hasn't anyone got coin to spare? Market rate.
Can't put a price on peace and quiet.
The rules at
This isn't much to go on. Hail, friend! Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels.
Thank
Sound
you.
appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
Must you run so far?
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
Thank you.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
I knew it to be so.
Deposit, withdraw, equip, sell, combine. But I can't do vocation. But it's still good. Sleep.
Tell is, Vernworth was once a beast-ridden kingdom.
Fascinating.
Indeed, though it is not widely known among the common folk.
Acquired the dwelling, occupied the dwelling for a week. A place to sit down, pick up her feet, all different, and for looking to travel or something as a
My head hurts just thinking about it.
Was I? Let me alone. I'm not out here for.
Ingredients are plentiful here.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Few can afford perpetual generosity. I hope you will return, should you find the means to give.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Me? Just going for a stroll.
You don't need a permit to get into Batal. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard's line of sight. But 'tis easy enough. I should know.
I do the same thing every single day I do. Whatever am I to do?
I want to go home.
Was I lacking in devotion? Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir. Ah, hold on a moment, Sir Arisen. Perchance you would be willing to aid me with another matter. You see, one of the children we care for here at the Gracious Hand has gone missing. Malcolm, his name is. He's a steady lad. I can't imagine he would have run away. This building's very old. It could be that he's found himself in some strange corner of it. Might I impose on you to search for him?
Okay.
Might I propose we seek out new information?
'Tis as you say.
Malcolm's been really into exploring of late. Just the other day, he was going around telling anyone who'd listen about how he was an ox hair away from making some big discovery.
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Whatever am I to do?
Why's my luck so much been pretty kind to me?
The heavens have forsaken us. All is lost.
This place gives me an ill feeling. I don't know what to do.
What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, I can't seem to find any good ones. Do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true. Thank you ever so much, Arisen. I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were.
How do they know that I'm the Risen and
Thought
he's
you
up
might
in
like
the
this,
capital?
So I picked it up. Here you go.
Venturing's a grand way to wind up a cadaver.
Such quiet. It's a blessing.
Can't bring myself to do much of this.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been able to get much out of them myself.
I only see one kid, my dude.
All I've got left in my existence. Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
I'm not game enough to hang about here.
He's giving me an achy back.
I see which way the wind's blowing.
And to do. Oh, tell me I haven't got any fleas.
A short repose would do me a fine good. My prayers will be always. 'Tis my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together, but I overslept and he went without me. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really looking forward to going down into those vaults. Oh no, I wasn't meant to tell anyone that. Please, sir, don't tell nobody what I said about exploring those vaults.
Ah, I'll take that.
I'm gonna
We might find a use
snitch.
for it.
Gonna snitch.
I ought to have enough for a few pinches of spices.
It's almost morning. I don't. Oh, here he is. Okay.
You here to aid me?
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children. I haven't been...
My bed calls.
Hi, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Well, take your time. You know where to find me.
Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place.
Malcolm. All he's doing of late is picking through rubble. Don't know why he bothered.
Shall we report back now?
Okay, so maybe I didn't snitch.
Vaults, you say? By my knowledge, they were sealed off. Ah, but you mentioned rubble, aye? Then perhaps the lad found a way through. Come, I fear there's not a moment to lose. Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have passed through here? There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. The passage ahead looks small, but we may be able to squeeze through. Let us make haste.
My mother. Thank you.
Let us be thorough. Scrupulous investigation is the cornerstone of any adventure.
Quite right. No sense doing things by...
How are we to get through this door?
Malcolm,
Wow.
thank goodness you are unharmed. You have my eternal gratitude, Sir Arisen. Now I can breathe freely at last.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. It's just up ahead. Books, sir. Books, books, and more books. It's like some sort of secret workshop.
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
We ought to follow close behind, lest we get separated.
Is as you say.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Over here.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And I found it. Me.
'Tis quite a find indeed. Is this some manner of archive? Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. This collection must be worth a fortune. 'Tis a veritable treasure trove of wisdom. Might I ask that you not share the existence of this place with others, Sir Arisen? We cannot allow the knowledge accumulated here to be misused, or we ought to entrust its care to someone worthy, someone who can appreciate its true value. Pray, tell me if you know of such an individual. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling anyone else about this place. 'Twill be our little secret. Understood?
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your silence, you may come and go as you please. Let's investigate this place's secrets together, eh?
Tis quite a collection of tomes. I'm sure I'll be seeing stars were I the scholarly sort.
Right you are.
I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
The books ne'er seem to end. Who could have brought them here, I wonder?
Naught feels quite so wasteful as coming upon a fine piece of equipment after purchasing the very same item in a shop.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy. I'm afraid I'm unfamiliar with the matter at hand. Perhaps we should have a more knowledgeable pawn join our party.
How do you do? Got any good stories to share?
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
calm has seen better days.
All this quiet makes me come more anxious.
Perhaps I ought to take stock. See what's needed.
What's got you in such a good mood? Do tell.
Got a cracking few stories if you want to be.
Perfect spot for a kid. Now here's a welcome.
Can't remember the last time my pockets jingled.
Nattering all day is tiring work.
Hoy, Arisen! Have you brought me a bunch of flowers already? Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' days. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over for such a stone, and I can't find one anywhere. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting.
Our next mission is to acquire a silver stone. Mayhap silver ore will serve. We can purchase it, or mine it up ourselves.
That's just what I was thinking.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm surrounded by wenches on all sides.
Of course, no one would bother with a wretch like nice this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once. Polished it this morning.
My bed.
Do stop and have a look.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Same old story. Day after. Another day, another adventure.
I forgot what I was supposed to do, man. One moment. I'm right here. I remember.
Where are you off to?
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
Hoy, friend! Having any time for me today? I dare say we're overdue another talk. There's something I've come to understand during my stolen hours exploring these streets, and I wanted to share it with you. Every last resident in this city is wholeheartedly devoted to living out their lives. It seems a simple observation, I know, but to me, 'twas a revelation, for it made me painfully aware of my own position. Can this existence of mine even be called living when I am so doted upon by my mother? I want to live a life I can proudly call my own, and to achieve it with all that my heart desires. I tire of enduring my mother's coddling, and of having to mind every twitch in her face in order to appease her. Looking at this box, it fills me with courage. 'Tis proof that I am not my mother's servant to be wheeled about as she pleases. 'Tis something I obtained of my own will. Here is the last of the gold I owe you. Pray forgive me for making you wait for it. Now, I'd best be off. I may not be able to wander the city again for some time. There's aught I would do. Thus, I cannot say when next we'll see each other. Though I feel sure we shall in time. Perhaps sooner than we might think. Till then, take care, friend.
That was quite a gift. I hope that procuring it was not a burden upon the lad.
Is that you say?
Gather round! Treat your in. Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated.
Gather round! I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. But it's clear this storytelling's got little to do with his wealth. So where's he get his coin then? Makes a man wonder, it does. Could be he's involved in something untoward, eh?
I think this is a scam right
Treat your
now.
ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to save my throat.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. "'Tis a pity we must part after sharing such a journey. I shall cherish my memories of our time. It will be an honor to serve by your side.
I pray my efforts aid your cause.
"'Twas a fine journey we shared. Wherever your travels take you, I pray you go in health."
If ever you've need of an ear to listen, you have but to ask.
I've just remembered a curious rumor I overheard once. Seems there's an illness pawns can catch beyond the rift that has devastating consequences for those around them. Worse still, the pawn never knows they're sick. They just become restless and flippant and won't heed the arisen.
How terrible. We shall have to be alert for signs of the sickness among our number.
A treasure chest! Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Need anything? Look, it's as long as you think. What was the saying?
Perhaps you might provide me. Well met! You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find me. This inspires naught but misgivings.
As long as you please.
My bedrooms, and I shan't resist.
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once. This isn't much to go on.
I've been here so long. Lots to do. Well met, sir. Well met, sir.
Not a care.
Just as it should be.
Bleeding amateurs.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Always a pleasure. Welcome. Well met.
It is nice to see everyone out.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
As long as you please.
Bleeding amateurs. No respect.
Can't expect to fare so well every day.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
Always a fresh breeze blowing round.
There's got to be something fun to do.
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel, but you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. He requires proper treatment. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
That woman's taking advantage of us, she is. She knows full well we've nowhere else to turn.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? I suppose you must be a visitor. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself? I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, Might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humours, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your search...
Tale is, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms, monsters that wander the world at night.
I think I get the idea.
Alright, so I gotta figure this out. So it said the guy I'm looking for is somewhere down here, but there's nothing I could use. And I mapped the place out.
Keep your ears pricked. Our foes might betray themselves with the slightest sound.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
Go in here.
Pray slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Mayhap dreams will reveal to me somewhere to it.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
Everyone's busy with their own affairs, I see.
If I could, I'd never leave.
Coin's no good if it's yourself to death.
I polished it this morning.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here. I'll
Okay, guys, Rickykillaz
Shall we
here.
see if there's aught to be
Rickykillaz
found
there.
while we're
One
here?
moment, please. One moment, please. I'm still looking into this information. This is just a short intermittent session. says I keep going to the castle at daytime. At daytime, I could go in the castle. I was not. Hey everybody! Today we're going to show you how to complete the quest, The Caged Magistrate. Because they always say something. I bet everybody knew that except me. One more.
Money can buy comfort, sure, but not happiness.
Our soldiers need better training. I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Okay, so it worked. I think I'm too far in the castle right now.
Polished it this morning.
The hell, I could come up here?
It is our duty to see this peace protected.
Can I work? Alright. Yeah. Far. So I think I'm gonna equip it now. So let's see. Equip. Equip. Oh. Wait. This is
I only pray my watch without incident.
Lost track of time. This place is too comfortable.
Best get to work.
Such quiet.
I suppose. There's no shame.
I'm tired of these occasions.
This is not my...
What reason have you to be here?
Mindless labor of mindless men. Silence cultivates wisdom.
There's ought to be said.
So many happy voices carried on the wind.
Would all my days were so not to think on my trouble. Fancy a kick.
No
But
easy
not at the
answers here.
expense of my duty.
I dare say I could forget all my trouble there. Fall asleep on my feet.
Not trying So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
Thank you.
To tie my boots.
First assess the field, then act accordingly.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you?
They said jail? I thought it was gal.
Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Deeza's arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deeza's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
One moment.
I'm dead on my
Your equipment's coming.
Okay, so oh, he's right there.
Oh, on the hunt for the grimoire entitled Towering Earth, are you? One moment. Here it is. Towering Earth, the Forsaken Text. You may take it. I can cast no magics myself, after all. Left in my care, 'tis as a pearl before swine. Not to mention, I've already read it.
Wow.
Guide me outside, then. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own. Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Have you a moment to speak? You will want to hear this. 'Tis information of great import. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Off to market I go.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have knowledge that could benefit you on your travels. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for Your Majesty's efforts.
Huzzah! You done it!
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security, so pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
Follow me, if you would.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty while examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds. I made a curious discovery. For some time now, it seems, she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that Your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge and probe into this young man's origins. I am glad to hear it, for I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
Over here, if you please.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Do not forget that we work to...
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come. We're here, Master.
I think I went in there. I don't know what sovereign means, so that's why, you know, I'm kind of...
If you must go off on your own...
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me! Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
townspeople depend on me.
Who's there?
That's the kid's mother?
Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I'd simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
Prithee inform us when you
Just about anywhere.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
A word of thanks would make our labours feel worthwhile.
I quite agree.
See which way the winds. We have arrived.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes run deep. To think, Disa's actions have weighed even on the mind of her own son. Tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Deezer's focus, we may be able to gain even more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
Mystifying. Queen Regent Deezer appears to be working in concert with this Phasus fellow. But what precisely is their aim?
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen you, do not forget that we work to serve the city.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
Our precious little time.
It's close over here. Forgive me for stopping by unnoticed. I was so eager to see you, I neglected to think of your convenience, and lo and behold, you are out. At least I remembered to bring you a gift in recompense. I shall leave it here. I only hope we will see each other again anew. For a long to hear more of your tales about the world of your life and experience. Wow. I could actually drink it. A wine. Wow. Okay, everything's going good. One moment. Bumbleclad! Holy shit, I stepped on something. It was not pointy though.
been on my feet all day. What now?
Good heavens. I was my errand to see to.
I sense eyes upon us.
Go on, have a look.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
I must ask you to comport yourself with the utmost civility while you are within the masquerade hall.
You're far from your station, are you not?
Done by dusk.
Just how I like it.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle. I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar. Apparently, privately owned items will come to be...
Off to market I go.
Not mind lingering, such always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
This is a peaceful place. Perfect for meditation. Now this is a conundrum.
It would seem our sovereign has recovered enough to walk. Word
Another
reached
fancy
my
party
ear
hosted
that
by
he
the
attended.
Arisen. You'd think he's feeling plenty merry by now.
So tell me more of this.
As I it turned from the highway.
This
Was carrying some
This one's the genuine old. All this merrymaking is a joy to behold.
Surely these extravagances cannot continue.
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity. No. We who are gathered here are naught.
Another ale can't make my dancing any worse.
Tired faces in the same tired frocks.
All this merrymaking is a joy to behold.
Another ale can't make...
If you've naught to say, I'd best be going.
wait for the new equipment to come in.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
What to do about combat training?
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work. Captain will have my head if I
I find dressing for these
My apologies for that. I had to do something. I can't find the guy I'm supposed to look for.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this work.
Mindless labor is for mindless men. So tight. I'd kick just about anyone.
Twouldn't do to meddle in each other's affairs here.
These festivities are part and parcel of our station.
Oh my gosh.
Is this fast truly?
If you've naught to say.
How to proceed?
Here I might reflect on my affairs of peace. Now this is a conundrum.
Sir, how can I be of assistance?
What I can do for you?
Is there aught you require? Is there aught you require?
Everyone who dances.
Is there aught you require? I would fain aid you if you are in... I'm unsure how best to proceed.
Surely these...
That would seem I drank such drink that I am drunk.
I only pray my watch finishes without
Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry. Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Cannot go on. I must try to effect
Would that all my days were so.
Wait for the new equipment.
To cut my teeth in a real battle.
This is quite a quandary. My sword arm could use some work.
strong and my mind sharp.
It's a blessing.
All this revelry in war's wake. 'Tis
Now there's nobody in here.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
always the same dismal affair, if you are.
Overwhelming. So tired. I'd kip just about anywhere.
I ought to find someone to buy me a drink.
Mayhap I ought to have chosen an easier path in life.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. Dull days
Everyone's
for us
busy
are
with
a
their own
sign of
affairs. I could use a bit of
Perhaps.
excitement in my life.
Does life have meaning, or is aught we do in vain?
Always sets me to thinking, this place.
dull days for us are a sign of so tired.
They wish they were in my boots. If they were smeared.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it dull days for us are a sign that all is well. When does my watch
At least my back's acting up today.
Let them swear I've not blinked once in the last hour.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Oh dear.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out.
Let's take it easy today.
Money can buy comfort, sure, but not happiness.
Right, the predicament.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
I'm still waiting on
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. What to do about combat now? Dull days for us are a sign that all my sword arm could use some work.
Why not lingering on the sea while the sun is high?
I really would have been better off a baker.
Nary a dent or scratch on my arms and armor.
By your leave, Arisen.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
will scratch on my arms and armor.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Quiet at last.
We shall remain here.
Okay, it wasn't a party again. So I guess I gotta sleep at the end.
I ought to find someone to buy me a drink.
Buy me a drink. Sorry, my throat.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour?
Oh my gosh. Can't figure it out, man.
Much obliged.
Maybe I'll do a daytime cycle real quick.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
Ready to forge on?
Look as long as you please.
Drive them back!
This is a command.
You've made yourself an enemy.
Goblins, master!
My mama
Came up
flat!
with a goal
What?
to reach this moment. Are we all in the same boat?
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Let my magic grant you an elemental being.
Why, you there? Your presence is requested at the tavern this evening. Who's the one requesting? I didn't ask. 'Tis none of my concern. The fellow said aught about the usual place. Will you not? Now you know you can leave me in peace. I don't have all day to play at being a page.
No harm can come.
Fancy a look at my wares? Do come again.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
I wish I knew your restraint arisen.
It's the same.
I'll set out on my own adventure someday.
Must you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
I've got to focus. Shift's only just begun.
But not at the expense of my duty.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere
check
till
it
I've had
out.
my due. What should I get up to today?
One comes to relieve me.
The indignity of it.
Fine, out of the car.
Haven't you a lantern, Arisen? Feast your eyes on this!
Focus your strength, Arisen!
This brute has quite the temper.
I cannot use their rage to our advantage.
Steer yourself, and we shall not fall here.
Not Arisen! On all roads!
has arisen. Will you lend me a hand?
We must spare no effort against this foe, lest we suffer bitter defeat.
Understood.
To have completed the task my master set for me.
I like that.
Slimes! There!
Ice will be most effective against this foe.
You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold.
Where are you going?
I'm coming. Rickykillaz here, Rickykillaz there.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. 'Twas stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. 'Tis no exaggeration. He's had people killed afore, more than a few at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the jadeite orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir? I'll pray.
The jadeite orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we'll... to speak with someone who has experience in banditry.
Pray, sir, as for where to look, you could...
I wonder if there's any easy work.
Interested in my wares?
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
This is the guy?
Welcome, sir. Contrary to the name, this little shop of mine deals in naught but the finest treasures. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well.
Tell me someone just bought this.
Many thanks to you. Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy... something and see the truth for yourself. Hope to see you again.
What am I supposed to do?
Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Offulve? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. My fellow merchants are scouring the city for him as we speak, but have had no luck as yet. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather the orb. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, post-haste. And in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? Would you be so kind as to seek out the Jadeite Orb on my behalf? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service. Of that I can assure you.
Sirs,
would you be so kind? Larcenous deeds are the ken of bandit.
Well, hello there, sir. What can I do you for? Not that I really need to ask. Ah, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. Do you come again? Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing. Pray tell, have you seen the lad?
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match for such creatures.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Consign it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the poor lad's aid, who will? Do you truly mean that, sir? You will save my grandson. If you return him to me, I will be forever in your debt, stranger.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Have you come from Vernworth? How are things there? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell beasts, and so little are survivors anticipated that you'll find not even a checkpoint here. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night, when the monsters sleep, but no longer. Since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made this their nightly battleground. 'Tis nigh impassable now. It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat since 'twas erected. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you consider passing by the cenotaph and making sure aught's aright with it? Could it be aught's if I cannot dissuade you from pressing on?
I'm about ready to fall asleep in my thought.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Let's see. Where to next?
Business hasn't been...
Poor Rog. And he's delivered me my rem. I still recall his... Oh, Rog.
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual? Nature works in mysterious ways.
Have you heard the... There was no warning? Of course, such rumors are best taken with a grain of salt. So...
I can't wait to find out what's inside.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful...
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations. And it seems we've enemies in our midst. Shame I've no advantage against this foe. Are we all in the same boat?
We have my protection. Well done. Never have I encountered this.
You are mighty indeed, Arisen.
At least today my pockets think
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement. The sun descends. Night will be upon us soon.
We shall have to rely on our other senses as the darkness robs us of our sight.
Is your pack slowing you down, Master? Pray, bear in mind that you could... only carry so much by yourself.
Oxen are to be found here, of all places.
'Tis best to leave harmless creatures be.
Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
Lucky us. That's worth taking.
Skeletons! There!
We've quite the combination of vocations in our world.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Pass me off. What must needs be done?
I almost died?
better mind than mine to solve this.
I'll take any chance.
Someone else. Suppose this is a fitting end for a scum like me. Why, that
Somehow
hurts.
my feet always
Greetings, sir, and welcome to the Sword and Staff. We see a great many customers given our location, so you'll have to forgive us if the ale runs dry.
Go on, have a look. Reckon your road's been a long one. No use hiding it. I've seen my share of weary countenances. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet. Many thanks. Go. Reckon your road's been a lot. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet. Pleasure doing business with you. Reckon your road trade towns can make you right sick of crowds.
Shall we get some rest then?
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Their charge.
Lost track of time.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easy.
I wouldn't mind a chance to doze off as the hills roll by.
Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. When I asked what he was doing with it, he would say no more than 'twas a secret. So yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and its jewels. Poor lad. His cries haunt me even now. Pray help him if you can, sir. He deserves a...
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, isn't that unusual? The flowers that bloom, from what I can glean, isn't that unusual?
Good day to you.
Shame there aren't. I rather enjoyed hearing the one about the Gigantus. Have you heard it? 'Tis said to descend in times of conflict. Sounds like the last thing we...
I'm not risking my life for a
Well, this is no good.
It is hard to imagine the street empty or...
What ought I to do?
Can't expect to fare so well every day.
To have picked a better mind than mine to solve this.
Methinks there are rare materials to be found hereabouts.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find? Pray, allow me to open the chest.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use. And I shall remain by your side.
Master.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
You'll not live to regret it.
I will protect you.
Got a good feeling about this one.
Another statue. Mayhap 'twill yield us aught of use.
Let us make our way over to it while 'tis in our sights.
One can see far to the distance from here.
I'd gladly cast aside my weapon and laze about here, if the Arisen would permit it.
You have my support. As a matter of fact, curious thing, one of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
You've given me much to think about. Nothing like a jaunt through the woods to put a spring in one's step.
Stay watchful. There's no telling what might be left. You have my protection.
There I say it. We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Very well. I shall return.
Here we go again.
We were battle ready when they found us. This shan't take long.
What's going on? How did I get here? I remember. The wolves. How is it I'm still alive? You saved me. Didn't you, sir? I can hardly believe it. Thank you. I would not be standing here without you. How did you know where I was? Did Grandfather request your help? I suppose he must be worried sick about me. If it's all the same to you, sir, I think I'd like to go home now.
We'd best report back.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself. And here I was, hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel... fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
I shan't let you off. Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements. Most impressive, Master.
People like that will be done here soon enough.
Standing.
Oxen are sturdy creatures, aren't they?
They are endearing creatures, compared to the monsters we often face.
Take a better mind.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Need anything? Many thanks.
Time to hit the sack.
Let's see. Where to next?
I'm not sure I can handle this.
It's well tiring. Lots to do.
I'm dead on.
Got to keep it together.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Business could be better, but I've weathered worse. Stop by again soon.
Got to keep it together.
Rog.
Hello, Grandfather.
'Tis a miracle. You're alive and in one piece. Oh, joy of joys! I thought ne'er to lay eyes on you again.
Grandfather, you're smothering me.
Oh, hush. You don't get to complain of such things after you worried me half to death.
I'm very sorry, Grandfather. I didn't mean to cause you grief.
And you? Words alone will ne'er be enough to express the depth of my gratitude. I am truly in your debt. Pray, take this. 'Tis naught but a trifle in comparison to your kindness, but I hope you will accept it all the same. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for saving me.
That was certainly worthwhile.
The result of our impeccable teamwork, no doubt.
It is vital that we rest and regain our strength before moving on.
Some of us get complacent.
Suppose I can always run.
Reckon your road's been a long one. No use hiding it. I've seen my share of weary countenances.
Okay, everyone, Rickykillaz here. Rickykillaz there. Rickykillaz is doing an out.
Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
We
Rickykillaz
must rest,
out.
though the sun is still up.